Efficient practice planning includes obviously having a plan, and we're going to go into that a little bit more. The ability to split groups up for specific skill work. We do that quite a bit, and that's really helpful for some of you that only have 1, 2 coaches. Just being able to split up the position groups and work individually with them is really helpful. The kids get a lot out of that. Keep it engaging, fun, fast-paced when possible, but know when to slow it down as well. When you're teaching something new, it's not the time to be yelling, faster, 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 let's go, let's go, let's go. Right? Because they're trying something new. And if it's one thing that I have learned through the years of coaching is as women, we don't like to be uncomfortable. We don't like to feel like we look weird and awkward, right? So the first time you do anything, you feel awkward, right? So they're gonna try to slow themselves down, and when they try to speed themselves up because you're yelling at them, now they feel like a dork, and what's their reaction? Especially those of you that raised your hands coaching 16s and 18s, they go to the, I'm too cool for this. That's their protective mode, right? I'm uncomfortable, like, oh, this is just stupid. No, it's just awkward, it's weird, right? So as we kind of talk through some of this, those are the things that I'm kind of pulling from. Keep it engaging, fun. What does your specific team need, right? And I say on the bottom there, bobbling balls. Okay, so this was our team. So my first year at Eastern, we're about halfway through the season, and my gosh, it's like we have ejecto glove. Like the ball hits our glove and pops out like it's our job. What is happening? We had a point in our first year at Eastern, we had a 2-week stretch that we had caught and dropped 6 pop-ups on the infield. Yeah, so you can see I'm still receiving counseling on that. But I realized, like, when's the last time that I just worked on fly balls on the infield? I mean, we're Division I athletes. Like, we don't need to practice that. Yeah, you do, right? Because otherwise, you end up what happened. You have 6 balls hitting the glove and popping out, and the kids look just as befuddled as I did. Like, what happened? Oh my gosh, I don't know. So we realized, like, okay, we have to work on that. Then we also realized we were making a lot more errors on the infield than what I was comfortable with. I mean, more than one is I'm uncomfortable. So one of the things that we realized too is we have to work on what happens when we have an error. What happens when we're bobbling the ball? Because I don't know about you guys, my kids aren't perfect, right? The kids you're working with are not perfect. They are going to bobble the ball. But do you ever work on recovering after you've made the mistake? So once we started implementing that, I realized, the kids started to realize, okay, maybe it's okay, I don't have to be perfect. So they eased up a little bit in a good way. But we started seeing the results in the game. Now it wasn't such a big deal. They bobble a ball. They've practiced recovering on almost a daily basis. So now they recover and we still get the out. As opposed to what was happening before. Oh my gosh, I made an error. Freak out. Right? And then they throw it into the first baseman's shin or chuck it into left field or whatever. So you have to take a realistic look. Like, what are we bad at? What are we good at? And then you have to plan from there. Sometimes I think as coaches, we kind of get stuck in our rut. All right, like week 1 of practice, we're going to go through our throwing progression. Then we're going to start on throwing on our knees. Then we're going to go to this. So be realistic about where you're at. And just my advice, work on infield pop-ups. Okay?